Who wouldn't try to guide their child towards a promising career? Who wouldn't work hard to convince investors to support their business? Who wouldn't want their spouse to share their enthusiasm for a house move? I often wonder whether my attempts to influence others are really just efforts to make them think, act, or feel as I do. Do I try to control situations too often? I almost never express explosive anger or issue threats. But could I be using more subtle forms of manipulation without realizing it? After all, there's a difference between sharing an opinion and insisting others accept it as truth. Instead of imposing absolute answers, we might achieve more by humbly offering our perspective and allowing others to form their own beliefs. Many of us believe we can change others by nagging to make them tidier, healthier, or more responsible. But of course, nagging just causes irritation rather than meaningful change. People prefer to make their own choices, and constantly using pressure rarely leads to lasting results. Some parents have learned not to be too rigid about deeply held beliefs, yet some still dismiss opposing viewpoints. They refuse to engage in discussions that challenge their perspectives. They may cut off conversations with their family members with statements like, "I don't want to hear that," or to use sarcasm and dismissive body language. Unfortunately, we're not always aware of how we come across, and poor communication habits can take root over time. Do try to be honest, because when we're not, we're being dishonest. That's when I've made excuses in order to avoid embarrassment, or shifted the truth to shape an outcome. Perhaps you have too, embellishing achievements, avoiding direct answers, subtly misrepresenting facts. We see politicians do this all the time when they're being interviewed. Whilst minor, these tactics can become a habit that undermine trust and respect. What is a Swedenborgian perspective? Well, trying to get our own way could be a sign that we want to possess what belongs to another person for our own sake, having charge of what they think and believe. And any apparent success in controlling someone feeds the ego trip. It makes us think we know it all. And the illusion we get is that what we want is more important. Instead of being manipulated, other people need to find out things for themselves. They need to be free to choose what they want and take responsibility for their own lives.